Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, February 9th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 686 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Vaccine distribution continues to vary by state. U.S. considers requiring negative test for domestic air travel. Latest COVID-19 updates. Judge refuses to send Capitol riot suspect back to jail after breaching orders. Former Nixon Library director suggests Biden ignores Trump's impeachment trial at America's peril. California works to vaccinate more minorities. Lawyer for man charged in Capitol riot says he worked for the FBI, had top-secret security clearance. The Daily Show surveys Joe Biden's 3 weeks of presidential scandals, says farewell to Lou Dobbs. Cleveland serial killer who murdered 11 women dies in prison. Rep. Adam Kinzinger tells his fellow Republicans convicting Trump is necessary to save America. Broward restaurateur served Chicago hot dogs and pizza. What about cocaine, weed and X? Pittsburgh loses a piece of history. Fire ravages 1800s building, likely dooming it to destruction. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Trump's second impeachment trial begins Tuesday, CNN. CD Projekt Red suffers cyber attack, Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077 source code stolen, IGN. Japan's submarine collides with commercial ship while surfacing, report, Fox News. Alleged Android 12 screenshots show a privacy indicator in conversation widget, Engadget. Myanmar's military overturned a democratic election, now they're warning protesters not to destroy democracy, CNN. Bitcoin blows past $45,000 and reaches as high as $48,000, driven by Tesla's investment, MarketWatch. Rescuers look for survivors of Indian glacier flood disaster, the Associated Press. Mary Wilson, co-founder of the Supremes, dies at 76, Variety. U.S. Attorney handling Hunter Biden probe asked to stay on, official says, Fox News. Paige Buecher's on UConn's win versus number 1 South Carolina and her impressive scoring streak ESPN. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. What's it going to take for America to support black-owned restaurants? Michelle Pfeiffer has always been one of our funniest movie stars. 15 kids movies that celebrate the diversity. 9 signs you're ready to quit your job. 7 heart-healthy activities that have nothing to do with traditional cardio. How often should we be cleaning our coats during the pandemic? What to watch as Trump's second impeachment trial kicks off. North Korea is using cyber attacks to finance updates to nuclear program, UN experts say. Ex-Dodge official names Trump legal argument that takes the cake for stupidity. Dr. Fauci reveals when you can finally shed your coronavirus mask. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Man fights to clear name in murder case. Yale graduate student killed. Man dead after car plunges into the Mississippi. SIUE graduate buys beloved coffee shop, saves it. 11-year-old struck by bullet during drive-by shooting. Caretaker accused of embezzling $50 K plus from man. 1,500 flags line highway to honor slain Marine. Court docs, dead baby found in motel trash can. Driver survives skidding off ramp, plunging 70 feet onto highway. 2 killed in wreck, driver arrested. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Its own domestic army, how the GOP allied itself with militants. Got a confidential news tip? A glimpse of a bygone life on Scottish Islands, plucked from the trash. A guide to the latest impeachment trial. Caseload swamps Bolivia as part of Latin America's second virus wave. New York City takes another step toward fully reopening. How Biden united a fractious party under one tent. Woke American ideas are a threat, French leaders say. Colleges vow to save for spring, then students and variants arrived. The Numa Mendes defenders. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Trump's impeachment trial, everything you need to know. Senator Rand Paul, Trump impeachment trial, here's my challenge to Democrats and Republicans. No holding back, Nadal threw in straight sets in Australia. Call it a career, MLB ump Winters opted out in 2020, now done. Number 1 Gonzaga coasts to 82-71 victory over Bayou. Lakers rally past Thunder 119-112 in OT for fifth win in a row. Young's 18 points help number 4 Ohio State top Maryland 73-65. Beal scores 35, Wizard hold off Bulls 105-101 for rare win. Porzingis, Doncic help Mavericks hold off Wolves, 127-122. Maple Leafs complete 3-game sweep of Canucks with 3-1 win. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, February 9th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Texas Representative Ron Wright dies after contracting COVID-19. Mama did all the work, Texas police officer delivers baby within minutes. Stimulus check latest, did the timeline for another economic relief payment just get shorter? Cress Williams promises the final season of Black Lightning will take fans on a ride. Tom Brady is simply unbelievable. Super Bowl LV, Bucks dominate Chiefs to win Super Bowl. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. WHO investigators back Beijing's claim COVID did not leak from a Wuhan lab. Motown legend Mary Wilson of the Supremes dies age 76 at home in Las Vegas. David Urton, former England and Bath rugby star, passes away at 59 after a short battle with COVID-19. Travelers arriving in the UK face 2 COVID tests as they self-isolate under quarantine proposals. Bailiffs find second secret tunnel beneath Islington Tree encampment, after help from Swampy's crew. Women who cared for terminally ill mother started dating her husband when she died. Laura Perrins, while medics refuse to be bowed by COVID, teaching unions make outrageous demands. England and Wales recorded 8,433 coronavirus victims in second week of January, second deadliest. Second-hand car sales slide 15% with 1.2 used motors purchased. The Queen and Prince Charles vetted more than 1,000 laws parliamentary approval. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Live updates. We have to be ready to adapt, says WHO chief about the spread of virulent new virus variants. Maduro touts miracle cure to mask massive problem, Venezuela cannot, or won't, get vaccines. Himalayan glacier disaster highlights climate change risks. U.S. ambassador to Vietnam releases viral rap video for Lunar New Year. Iran may pursue nuclear weapon, Intel minister warns West. Anger grows at Israel's ultra-Orthodox virus scofflaws, threatening rupture with secular Jews. Families despair, weather halts Pakistan search for climbers. Rescuers look for survivors of Indian glacier flood disaster. Lebanese group gives a home away from home to health workers. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Australian Open 2021 Day 2, Konta exits with injury, Nadal through, live. Trump Senate impeachment trial begins first thing. Myanmar police fire rubber bullets in crackdown on anti-coup protesters. Navalny ally calls for courtyard torch protest over jailed politician. Europe's baby bust, campaign for pregnancy-safe Greece, video. Biden's new conservation corps stirs hopes of nature-focused hiring spree. Robin Hood sued by family of stock trader who killed himself. Twitter concerned for staff in India after row over account removals. A death sentence, U.S. prisons could receive COVID vaccines lashed despite being hotspots. Squawking bird blows the whistle on fake video trying to tilt Ecuador election. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. After suffering personal tragedy, Rep. Raskin steps up to lead prosecution of Trump. New boost for minority businesses in underserved communities. Vaccinating Florida seniors at Miami's largest hospital. California uses zip codes, outreach to boost vaccine equity. Mary Wilson, longest reigning original Supreme, dies at 76. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Myanmar coup, police fire rubber bullets as protesters defy ban. Supreme's co-founder and singer Mary Wilson dies age 76. Hong Kong pro-democracy tycoon Jimmy Lai deny bail under security law. Colombia to grant legal status to Venezuelan migrants. Trump impeachment, Senate paves way for speedy trial of ex-president. COVID, South Korea launches test for pet cats and dogs. Robin Hood, U.S. family sue trading app over son's suicide. Trump impeachment, fact-checking the Senate trial. Egypt's revolution, I saw the unimaginable happen. Nourin Mohammad Sadiq, the African art of reciting the Quran. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Sanitation worker leads police to missing girl. Biopic pick, Ross Butler and Madeleine Arthur. On this day, February 9, 1964. AP Top Stories February 9 A. Inside Miami's largest hospital vaccine program. White House, health officials concerned after maskless Super Bowl celebrations, Florida reaches 200 variant cases, latest COVID-19 updates. Today in history for February 9. In California, Republican John Cox opens run for governor with ad slamming party rival. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Man charged in string of attacks in Oakland's Chinatown. California bill would classify non-consensual condom removal as sexual battery. LA Latino, black seniors fall behind in COVID-19 vaccine access compared with whites. Attacks in Oakland's Chinatown spark concern, battle over police budget cuts. Riverside County expands COVID-19 vaccine access to residents 65 and older. UK variant of the coronavirus spreads in California, sparking new concern. California bullet train project will seek $4.1 billion as costs grow. What caused the Kobe Bryant helicopter crash? Investigators are about to reveal answers. With 25,000 vaccines, LA elementary schools could reopen as soon as possible, Buettner says. 2 straight vendors arrested after a health inspection turns violent in El Monte. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, February 9th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Russia's yearly mortality surges 20% in 2020. Canadian traces origin of AIDS to starving First World War soldier who hunted chimpanzees. North Korean hackers stole more than $300 million to pay for nuclear weapons, says confidential UN report. New Zealand suspends ties with Myanmar to ban visits from military leaders. 1 in 4 Russians watched Navalny's Putin Palace investigation, poll, The Moscow Times. Accused murderer wins right to check source code of DNA testing kit used by police. A 100-year-old German man has been charged with accessory to murder in 3,518 counts by prosecutors in the city of Neuruppin, near Berlin, where he now lives. The man is accused of material and intentional contributions to killings at the Sachsenhausen concentration camp. North Korea developed nuclear missile programs in 2020, UN report. EU to hit Australia with a border tax on carbon emissions. US deploying B-1 bombers to Norway to send a message to Russia. Iran cleric, people who are vaccinated for COVID have become homosexuals. US deploying B-1 bombers to Norway to send a message to Russia. European spies can stop holding back secrets from the US after Biden called for end to Trump's briefings, sources say. ICC clears way for war crimes probe of Israeli actions. Judges in The Hague said the court could investigate cases in Gaza, the West Bank and East Jerusalem. Israel branded the ruling political, while Palestinians said it was a victory for truth. A billion galaxies lurk in a 10 trillion pixel map of the sky. The next headlines are from Forbes. Justice Department will seek resignations from all but 2 Trump-appointed U.S. attorneys. WWE Raw results, winners, news and notes as Shane McMahon returns. House Democrats reject push to lower income threshold for stimulus checks. Bayern Munich beat Al Ahly 2-0 to make step towards winning a historic 6th title. The Last Handshake, remembering legendary New York basketball scout Tom Konchalski. Rudy Giuliani associate sentenced to 1 year in fraud case. Derek Ashong on creating the mic, Africa, a music competition to highlight the African diaspora. Rep Mo Brooks, leader of Electoral College Challenge, hints at Senate throne after Shelby retires. Topps celebrates 2021 Series 1 baseball with a special virtual release party. Disneyland's California Adventure theme park to reopen with dining experience amid closure. The next headlines are from Nature.com. How the arts can help you to craft a successful research career. SARS-CoV-2 infection is effectively treated and prevented by E2801. Signs of self-sustained inflammatory circuits in severe COVID pneumonia. Variant-proof vaccines, invest now for the next pandemic. Outstanding reportage from the front lines of geoengineering. Active membrane rupture spurs a range of cell deaths. Gaming helped my lab mates and me to conquer the social distancing blues. Hundreds of predatory journals indexed on leading scholarly database. Building a university to deliver work-ready engineers. Quantum computers seeking power hone their networking skills. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,684,873,252 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Walter presents Snag ZDF Enterprises drama series package for Australia exclusive. Cyberpunk 2077, The Witcher Games developer CD Projekt Red hacked, refuses to pay ransom. Netflix picks up Chinese New Year fantasy The Yin Yang Master. Federation Entertainment Boards Vatican, The Sex exclusive. MC Escher, Journey to Infinity Review, takes an intoxicating look back at an artist who played with our heads. Mary Wilson, co-founder of the Supremes, dies at 76. Seiya Osaka rights deal in China is halted. American Idol confirms Claudia Conway will appear on new season. Fox News files motion to dismiss Smartmatic's $2.7 billion defamation lawsuit. The Bachelor recap, Tyler Cameron, Heather Martin arrive for Met James. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Teachers knock on doors looking for students who've disappeared from online learning. Mary Wilson, founding member of the Supremes, dies at 76. The game is rigged, how fury over the Great Recession fueled the Reddit trade. I said the opposite, criticism of Trump's impeachment defense intensifies. Trump's second impeachment trial starts with debate on constitutionality. The Capitol siege, the arrested and their stories. Judge blocks LA District Attorney's reforms. Justice Department, to transition U.S. attorneys, sparing to involved in political probes. Proud Boy Sergeant of Arms 2 remain in custody pending appeal. White House COVID-19 advisor Andy Slavitt says there are no vaccine silver bullets. The following headlines are from The Week. Why Republicans won't convict Trump. An Oscar race is no fun if nobody has seen the movies. A show trial with no reason to watch. How the filibuster poisons politics from top to bottom. COVID-19 killed more Americans in the first week of February than all of June 2020. Mary Wilson, co-founder of the Supremes, has died at 76. Justice Department drops lawsuit against former friend of Melania Trump. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Undetected. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. Where should future astronauts land on Mars? Follow the water. Tricky terrain, helping to assure a safe rover landing. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Nearby ancient dwarf galaxies have a surprising amount of dark matter. Jupiter's Trojan asteroids offer surprises even before NASA's Lucy mission has a chance to visit them. What are extrasolar planets? These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, February 9th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Anniversary of mysterious parade of meteors. Astronomers update the impact risk from asteroid Apophis. Great backyard bird count begins February 12th. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Biden's first 100 days. Joe Biden's cabinet, who's in, and who voted against them. EU countries expel Russian diplomats. The half-legal cannabis trap. Impeachment minefield awaits 2024 GOP field. How to watch Trump's second impeachment trial like a boss. How George Shultz escaped two scandal-plagued administrations unscathed. He's Teflon, Trump world thrilled at his standing heading into impeachment. Biden move to replace U.S. attorneys looms. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Australian Open 2021 live updates. Daria Gavrilova begins clash with Sarah Sorribes Tormo, Stefanos Tsitsipas, Ash Barty into second round. How to join the solar boom without breaking the bank. Bulls roar in second half to notch first interstate A-League win. WHO releases report on COVID-19 origin after independent investigation in Wuhan. There's more to good super returns than slick marketing. OpenAir's the solution to a high-rise problem. Lightning round, body delivers double bagel in warning to title rivals. Coronavirus updates live. WHO release COVID-19 origins investigation findings as 3 positive cases linked to Melbourne quarantine hotel. NSW records 23rd day of 0 local cases. Investigation into positive traveler continues. Police investigate death of baby in southeast Queensland. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Rush of overseas bidders sparks deal-making boom in this country. Tax Guy, how to claim bad debt loss deductions that will stand up to IRS scrutiny. Economic report, small businesses turn more pessimistic despite vaccines. AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine concerns shrugged off by UK and Australia. Biden signals tough line on China and Iran. Bitcoin blows past $45,000 and reaches as high as $48,000, driven by Tesla's investment. Europe markets, European stocks lose momentum as oil continues its rally into pre-pandemic highs. Kelley Blue Book, this could be a banner year for electric cars. NerdWallet, how airlines trick you into spending more. NerdWallet, 3 things to know to protect your finances if you're new to gig work. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Inventions created by AI, technology, Austria, Mondac News alerts. AstraZeneca versus MCure and MSN, the conundrum of disclosure and coverage, intellectual property, India, Mondac News alerts. California law, former employer cannot require assignment of post-employment inventions, Manat, Phelps and Phillips, LLP. Vaccines and patents, how self-interest and artificial scarcity weaken human solidarity, British politics and policy at LSE. Who could make the Iker? Apple is running short of options, KITV Honolulu. Protecting AI-driven technology still a challenge, say science and tech institutes, Hindustan Times. Lawsuit alleges Apple biometrics infringe patents, claims against Amazon sent to arbitration, biometric update. Pormoy, Climate Smart Skincare, special offer, $75, Fox 31 Denver. Happy Black History Month. Black History is, invention, stupidope.com. Building an IP strategy, IP is investment, business matters, business matters. The next headlines are from Quartz. WHO in Wuhan, Trump's second impeachment, crowded Mars. China is marching closer to a population crisis. Jimmy Lai's bail denial is the latest battle in the war over Hong Kong's courts. Impact, Nagagarudakatiha. The 550-day 4G blackout cost Kashmir's economy $4.2 billion. What Amazon and Oracle can teach India Incorporated about surviving an economic crisis. Facebook versus anti-vax, Trump's second impeachment, crowded Mars. Daily Brief, Kirabuwasik. Trump's second impeachment trial, Clubhouse blocked, crowded Mars. The price of oil is back to pre-pandemic levels. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Appeals court tells lying cop no reasonable officer would think it's okay to tear gas journalists for performing journalism. 25 years later, a celebration of the Declaration of the Independence of Cyberspace. Amazon Transparency Report indicates its multiple IoT devices are juicy targets for law enforcement. The many reasons to celebrate Section 230. Without Twitter, Trump is left to write tweets he would have said on paper. Daily Deal, the all-in-one 2021 supersized ethical hacking bundle. Section 230 matters, a TechDirt fundraiser to celebrate 25 years of Section 230. NIT easily tracks location data from Capitol riots, highlighting once again how U.S. privacy standards are a joke. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Mary Wilson. Starlink. Framing Britney documentary. Laura Berman. Ohio State basketball. Jojo Siwa. Alaskan Bush people. 1,400 stimulus. Zom. Cardi B. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. All this goes out on the internet, as her anchor refuses to talk about health problems after struggling to breathe in Oz open exit. Oil touches 13-month high driven by global recovery hopes and OPEC plus supply cuts. Iran begins immunization campaign with freshly delivered Russian Sputnik V vaccine. Caddy kick it, UFC champ Nurmagomedov reveals childhood dream to be professional footballer, and for which team. The liberal world order is dead, but fallout from ill-fated visit of EU's Borrell to Moscow proves much of West still in denial. Varun says third lockdown isn't inevitable despite spread of UK COVID variant, which represents almost 40% of cases around Paris. Khabib, Poirier deserves to be UFC lightweight champ, Dana White wants Las Vegas talks at end of February. Doctors found that police played role in death of French George Floyd. Adama Traore, media. COVID financial support skewed towards men, UK Parliament committee warns. UK minister admits one or two teething issues with EU on fishing post-Brexit, as producers face massive export problems. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Ethereum upgrade could pump price by burning billions in ETH each year. Flashing red, global inflation break-evens are breaking out. UK government considering knocking on doors of vaccine refuses, report. Is Apple about to announce a $5 billion Bitcoin purchase? One bank thinks so. Which countries will ban fossil fuel car sales first? Did Salvini fold or go undercover by supporting Draghi? When will the UK hit key vaccination targets? Europe's debt cancellation would mean recognition of insolvency. The new normal, war on domestic terror. Watch, F-15X flies for first time as Youssef prepares for deliveries. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Are new COVID vaccines needed? Jury's out, Oxford scientist says. Jailed Saudi activist Loujain al-Haflal expected to be released. WHO team in Wuhan says coronavirus source remains unidentified. Iran starts COVID-19 vaccinations with Sputnik V. New Zealand suspends Myanmar political, military ties after coup. Navalny in Russia, boiling point. Napier Barracks, refugees decry conditions at UK asylum centre. Inside Nigeria's illegal backstreet abortion clinics. In pictures, Myanmar and coup protesters defy crackdown. In pictures, COVID resurgence dampens China New Year celebrations. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Rep. Bob Whitman on Lloyd Austin, what is the definition of extremism? Corona cash, financial disclosures reveal Biden Surgeon General made millions off pandemic consulting. Biden plan to increase refugees this year twists the Refugee Act of 1980. Study, nearly 5 immigrant babies in U.S. Judge stops some of source-funded L.A. District Attorney George Gaskin's radical policies. TX Sheriff, Biden admin essentially defunded ICE by memo, people are being released without COVID tests. Democrats threaten to punish Trump for not testifying at impeachment trial. State Department, labeling Houthi terrorists blocked aid to Yemen. National Guard presence in Capitol to cost American taxpayers $483 million. Hundreds of thousands running out of water in southern China. The next headlines are from UPI News. Maryland woman collects her fourth big scratch-off lottery jackpot. Lost wallet found inside Georgia cottage wall 66 years later. Skinniest house in London listed for $1.3 million. Emu captured after running loose in traffic in Britain. Watch, athlete 67-inch standing high jump breaks world record. Mississippi City offering remote workers $6,000 to relocate. Texas Zoo searching for crow that escaped during training session. Watch, Idaho man retakes Guinness record for throwing CDs into a target. Look, horse rescued after sinking up to its head in Welsh bog. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. Weird cross-species transplants Part 2. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Update, loud mystery boom recorded in Manchester, UK, and loud, mysterious ground-shaking boom in Tucson, Arizona. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Following earthquake damage, famous Pompeii Museum finally reopens after 40 years. Coal miner plucks woman out of her car moments before it went up in flames. Australia has experienced one of the most astonishing drops in crime ever recorded by any country. Tiny chameleon species just discovered in Madagascar is a spectacular case of extreme miniaturization. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, February 9th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Germany, Poland and Sweden expel Russian diplomats. Biden's strategy for Trump's impeachment, sit back and STFU. Donald Trump Jr. slams Super Bowl 2021 commercials as Walkatopia. YouTube robbery prank ends in fatal shooting. Facing deficit, Mitt considers selling art to help pay the bills. Dan Levy's mom roasted her son's old bullies ahead of SNL. Michigan man killed by exploding cannon at baby shower. A Utah school offered parents a chance to opt children out of Black History Month instruction, then the NAACP called. YouTuber shot and killed while attempting prank robbery. 60-year-old American woman converts to Islam after watching Turkish series Ertugrul. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. You need to rethink your customer experience for 2021. Here's how I did it. What would an all-electric Lamborghini look like? Pretty rad. India is recruiting cyber snitches to report anti-national content. Siri will soon let you select the default music service. Zoom Studio Effects, how to change your facial hair and lip colors. This human genome does not exist. Researchers taught an AI to generate fake DNA. Scientists say GPT-3 could handle your overloaded inbox so you can get back to work. How gravitational waves will change astronomy as we know it. 6 surprising ways satellites make our lives simpler. 10 smartphone charging accessories for every situation on sale today. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Biologists uncover forest's unexpected role in climate change. Distinctness of mental disorders traced to differences in gene readouts. Synchronization of brain hemispheres changes what we hear. 1918 pandemic second wave had fatal consequences. Robot sense human touch using camera and shadows. Variable weather makes weeds harder to whack. Fast-growing parts of Africa see a surprise, less air pollution from seasonal fires. Deepfake detectors can be defeated, computer scientists show for the first time. Happiness really does come for free. Silicon anode structure generates new potential for lithium-ion batteries. The next headlines are from Information Week. How to explain AI, ML, and NLP to business leaders in plain language. The IT factors in IT transformation. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, February 9th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA introduces new flight directors in class of 2021. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Slow start, massive turnovers lead to Bayou's 82-71 loss to number 1 Gonzaga. Here's what we know about the young Utah skiers killed in Saturday's avalanche. Here's a timeline of the Saturday avalanche that killed 4 young Utahns in Mill Creek Canyon. Utah lawmakers launch bipartisan effort to create a visitor center at Bear Sears Monument. Salt Lake police seek help finding hit-and-run suspect. Skier grabbed the tree and held on for dear life, how his quick actions saved 2 lives in Mill Creek avalanche. This ain't Utah. Advocates led by Paris Hilton urge lawmakers to pass reforms for troubled teen treatment centers. Utah activist faces additional charges for alleged role in Capitol attack. Utah County had hundreds of unfilled COVID-19 vaccine appointments Monday. As the Utah Jazz prepare for the Boston Celtics, Udoka Azubuike and the SLC Stars ready for G-League weirdness. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Scientists develop transparent wood that is stronger, lighter than glass. Robin Hood sued by family of 20-year-old trader who committed suicide. Biden Department of Justice halts Trump admin lawsuit against California net neutrality rules. German institute develops power paste that stores hydrogen energy at 10x the density of a lithium battery. Intel benchmarks say Apple's M1 isn't faster. IBM, Palantir forge partnership in low-code AI data processing space. MIT is building a one-stop shop for 3D printing robots. Fitbit app now tracks your blood sugar levels. Terraria port to Google Stadia cancelled after creator's Google account locked. Hacker increased chemical level at Florida City's water supply, police say. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Endangered person advisory issued for Jennings teen. With frigid temperatures in the days ahead, firefighters caution against unsupervised use of space heaters. Betsy Faria cold case investigation could be wrapped up this year. Fluorescent bakery says imposter uses logo and name to take orders. Man charged in U.S. Capitol riot worked as section chief for FBI, lawyer says. Town and country alderman tries to derail effort to bring in Missouri state auditor. More than 1,100 AA employees in STL expected to face furloughs. B State Development Commissioners hold meeting to discuss arming Metrolink guards. Return of the Yeti, Cardinals have deal to re-sign Molina. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Facebook group with national reach joins search for missing Chula Vista mom. It's unbelievable, St. Egan's weigh in on Bitcoin as price surges to new high. County urges residents love your heart with free blood pressure screenings. Deal to reopen California schools could be reached as soon as this week. Supervisors seek $30 million for small businesses. Family of novice investor who killed himself sue Robinhood. Report, leadership failures led to USS Theodore Roosevelt outbreak. County reports fewest daily COVID-19 infections in 2 months. Video shows 9-foot shark snagged on fishing line at Oceanside Pier. House Dems call for $1,400 stimulus checks, no change to income thresholds in new plan. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Mystery of the dead spy in a bag in the ex-cop who thinks he's cracked case. What is the point of these nation-state indictments? Easy pickings, UAE hired former U.S. hackers to spy on Qatar. UAE hires NSA hackers to spy on Qatar, report, World News, Tasnim News Agency. Australia says China has formally arrested TV anchor for spying. Chiang Mai, Australian journalist faces China spying charges. Smart devices, are they really listening? The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Russian An-12 military aircraft makes hard landing in the Kuril Islands. Jamaica Defense Force to receive 6 Bell 505 helicopters. U.S. Navy wants to buy new special surface craft. U.S. Army eyeing next-generation laser target locator. U.S. Air Force to acquire 461 engines for its new F-15X fighter jets. U.S. Army seeking long-range precision munition for its new Scout attack helicopters. Syrian rebels claim shooting down of Russian drone over Zoya mountain. Austrian Army to receive more Panzer Eva wheeled armored vehicles. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Beijing lights, I might become schizophrenic, like my mom. Another Tianjin soccer team on the brink. Is Wanda selling its AMC meme stocks? Former journalist opens up about the domestic abuse. Now she's faced with questioning and skepticism. Clubhouse blocked in China after uncensored chats attract thousands. Everything you need to know. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, February 9th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. New safety ambassadors to patrol San Francisco's Castro district. Historic monument in San Jose's Japantown vandalized. 3 priests test positive for COVID-19 at San Francisco church. San Jose police ask for help finding missing woman. Orinda School District set to reopen. Man charged in U.S. Capitol riot worked for FBI, lawyer says. Scholarship could create diversity within the wine industry. Gorilla Glue responds to viral saga of woman who used adhesive spray on her hair. Oakland native Laren Armstrong sworn in as new police chief. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Buchers carries number 2 Yukon past number 1 South Carolina in OT. Sheriff, hacker tried to taint Florida city's water with lie. Sources, Biden officials snub Salvadoran leader in D.C. trip. Van Vliet, Siakam lead Toronto rally to overcome Grizzlies. MLB renews 7-inning doubleheaders, runners on second in extras. Family of novice investor from Naperville who killed himself sues Robinhood. Suburbs averaging 17 vaccinations for every new COVID-19 case. Police, 4 handguns recovered from Bloomingdale hotel shooting. Done deal, Rosemont board clears way for Hofbräuhaus to become new pizza bar. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle to see below freezing temperatures, possible lowland snow this week. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Bulgaria, Greece, Iraq, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Green alert for tropical cyclone Faragi 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 41.68 km, in New Britain region, PNG September 2, 2021, 2:55 UTC, 110,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green flood alert in India. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, February 9th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Dense fog advisory in effect for inland areas until 10 a.m. Family of 3-year-old girl bitten by dog in spring says owner could have changed this. Mary Wilson, a founding member of the Supremes, dies at 76. Minari tells personal story of Korean family going for their American dream. Can it alter DNAs? Top COVID-19 vaccine myths debunked. 1 injured in shootout on W Airport, innocent driver ends up crashing into home. Houston's largest winery debuts with sprawling bar, patio, and restaurant. Nonprofit created at Harvard University helping DACA recipients with free help nationwide. Never been kissed Heather surprises The Bachelor met James. Houston area pharmacies begin offering COVID-19 vaccine slots. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Officials, separate attacks kill 9 people in Afghanistan. WHO says coronavirus unlikely to have leaked from China lab. Snowboarding World Championships move to Aspen from China. 2-time Olympic champion Ted Ligety to retire after Worlds. Heavy snow creates severe traffic disruptions in Germany. Plume of Sahara dust caused spike in European air pollution. Explainer, how are the Myanmar protests being organized? Nissan stays in red ink amid pandemic, Japan criminal trial. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. How a national insurance agency and political insiders work New Jersey's money game. The pandemic is shaking up and slowing down the college application process. The case for a better meal kit. Extra, work is life now. Newly digitized photos take you back to Central Park in the 1980s. Cuomo and de Blasio announced plans for ticketed events to help NY's arts industry. Can the next mayor turn around New York City's affordable housing crisis? Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. The less patrons I see, the safer I feel, restaurant workers on the return of indoor dining. Coronavirus updates, have a pre-existing condition? You'll need a doctor's note for the COVID-19 vaccine. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Minor earthquake, 3.55 mag has occurred near Rincon in Puerto Rico. Minor earthquake, 3.4 mag has occurred near Unalaska in Alaska. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag has occurred near Luganville in Vanuatu. Light earthquake, 4 mag was detected near White City in New Mexico. Minor earthquake, and 3.3 quake has struck near Ninilchik in Alaska. Light earthquake, 4 mag was detected near Atka in Alaska. Minor earthquake, 3.3 mag has occurred near Sandpoint in Alaska. Moderate earthquake, M5.2 quake has struck near Bandasi. Moderate earthquake, 5.2 mag has occurred near Izu Islands, Japan region. Minor earthquake, 3.54 mag was detected near Cruz Bay in U.S. Virgin Islands. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. The West versus the Global South, you have the numbers, we have the money. Intellectual property cause of death, genocide. How my dad captured this famous photo of Martin Luther King Jr. Myanmar faces increasing uncertainty as opposition to the military coup grows. Is Turkey a proof that religion and democracy cannot coexist? Post-coup Myanmar, Aung San Suu Kyi and the way forward. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Video, Biden's appear on jumbo telescreen at Super Bowl, demand distancing, masks, vaccinations. Biden's Iran policy is just Trump's Iran policy with a rainbow flag emoji. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Georgia election officials investigate Trump call. Can a dentist tell if you've given head? Album sales surge for Morgan Wallen after racist comment, video. Dems propose $1,400 payments as part of Biden virus relief. Is Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez married with a husband? Did Satan appear during the weekend's Super Bowl halftime show? Did Trump's DC hotel hike prices on date of his fictional second inauguration? Trump's trials starting, grievous crime or just theater? Does CNN correspondent Caitlin Collins live in an insane mansion? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Misleading DCCC ads link Republicans to QAnon. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Elizabeth Colbert shares 5 books on environmental destruction. Make the meatball sliders that conquered New York. When the rule-breaking restaurant next door becomes a pandemic nightmare. Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't alone in loving anti-mask masks. Real conservatives want the Senate to convict Donald Trump. The worst people on Facebook now want to ruin real life. Partisans are renting Lux Airbnbs in Madrid for secret raves. She was booted from Bumble for being a porn star. SNL's Bobby Moynihan says Trump loved his racist drunk uncle character. Josh Hawley's McCarthyist smear is a perfect specimen of GOP bull. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Washington State Patrol trooper dies in avalanche. Department of Justice asks Trump-era U.S. attorneys to resign. Axios reporter reveals relationship with White House aide. Trump attorney withdraws request to pause impeachment trial. Britney Spears fed up with conservatorship, has not seen documentary, source. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Mars Madness UAE Hope orbiter reaches Mars tomorrow. Outer space is a treasure chest of gemstones. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. UAE Hope spacecraft first of 3 to reach Mars this month. Doctors encourage pregnant women to get COVID-19 vaccine. Health experts urge caution as COVID infections and hospitalizations decline in U.S. Growing fears over UK COVID variant despite drop in U.S. cases. Online scams target Americans desperate for coronavirus vaccine. COVID-19 vaccines and the concern about new variants. Satellite images show glacier loss in Himalayas due to climate change. Variants raise concerns that people can get COVID-19 again. Fighting lies and myths, UK healthcare workers build confidence in COVID-19 vaccine. Doctor on COVID-19 variants spreading rapidly in US. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Anthony Sowell, serial killer known as Cleveland Strangler, dies in prison. UK coronavirus variant already racing through the US, study. Parents sue Robinhood trading app after 20-year-old son dies by suicide thinking he lost $730,000. CIT, tennis player stops Australian Open to rescue moth from court. Submarine commander investigated for filming porn on base. Woman named Karen goes full Karen after being asked to mask up in a store. Woman comes home to find her 3 sons shot, boyfriend arrested. Spike Lee, Tracy Morgan to endorse Robert Cornegy for Brooklyn Borough President. More than 100 NYC political candidates sue to stop petitioning, saying process would spread COVID. Georgia substitute teacher arrested for child molestation. The following headlines are from military.com. Senate confirms McDonough to oversee VA. Marine recruits boot camp death could become a TV series on hazing. Hawaii-based soldier charged with killing wife is in pre-trial confinement, officials say. Tiny drones are the biggest threat in the Middle East since IEDs, top general says. Afghan pilot reputed for saving U.S. lives reapplies for asylum after being approved and later rejected. Texas congressman who battled cancer dies at 67 after contracting COVID-19. For the first time in 2 decades, the U.S. has gone a year without a combat death in Afghanistan. Army taps Fort Riley Combat Aviation Brigade for deployment to Europe, Africa region. Iran, U.S. must lift sanctions before it lives up to nuke deal. Naval Academy grads hope to walk on the moon with NASA team. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Mary Wilson, original member of the Supremes, dies at 76. Chicago Teachers Union advances school reopening plan to members, delegates cast no confidence vote against Mayor Lori Lightfoot, CPS. Highlights of the pending CPS-CTU reopening agreement, what you need to know. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 1,747 new COVID-19 cases and 35 additional deaths reported Monday, CTU delegates advance school reopening plan to members. Snow and chill expected to continue in Chicago through the week. February 8th snowstorm map, how much did it snow near you? Legendary former Chicago Teachers Union President Karen Lewis has died. She was a fighter and a treasure for this city. Naperville family sues Robinhood, saying stock trading app played role in son's suicide last year. Despite a deal on the table for Chicago public schools to reopen, roughly half of all Illinois students are still in remote-only classes. Did you get a vaccine sign-up code from Cook County this weekend? Here's what it means. The following headlines are from phys.org. To confront climate change, we need to understand the environmental footprint of global supply chains. Researchers report fastest purification of astatine-211 needed for targeted cancer therapy. La Nina climate cycle has peaked, UN. Limiting warming to 2°C requires emissions reductions 80% above Paris Agreement targets. New study finds climate change shrinks and shifts juvenile white shark range. Fossil fuel pollution causes 1 in 5 deaths globally, study. Millie Hughes Fulford, trailblazing astronaut, dies at 75. Arab spacecraft closes in on Mars on historic flight. Biologists uncover forest's unexpected role in climate change. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, February 9th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. How indigenous oral tradition is guiding archaeology and uncovering climate history in Alaska. The singularity might redefine what it means to be human and machine. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Anthony Sowell, Ohio man who killed 11 women, dies in prison. Interpol alert for New Zealand banker wanted by Germany. Shutdown in Kashmir to remember man executed by India. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Horoscopes February 9, 2021, Joe Pesci, strive for perfection and stability. Word game, February 9, 2021. Bridge, February 9, 2021. Ask Amy, my son's wife explained how their marriage works, and I'm shocked. Harriet Cole, I want to leave my job, what can I tell my boss? Miss Manners, how do I tell her I don't want to see these photos? Dear Abby, can he demand privacy after what he did to me? 4 takeaways from the Warriors' loss to the Spurs. Steph Curry scores 32 but turnovers sink Warriors in loss to Spurs. Palo Alto, teacher housing project in heart of Mayfield District one step closer to reality. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Sheriff, woman's body found in suitcase alongside river. Pope Francis hops aboard chilling, globalist Great Reset wave wagon. Manufacturer plans North American headquarters in Louisville. Former St. Jude Children's Research Hospital director dies. Iran starts limited COVID vaccinations with Russian shots. 19 nonprofits to share donation from Team Kentucky Fund. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Texas and the racist machinery of death. How the Trump era encouraged publicly funded discrimination in adoption and foster care. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, February 9, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Program led by health coaches of primary care clinics help reduce heart risk. Environmentally friendly behavior is easy, tourists just need a nudge. Coffee lovers, rejoice, drinking more coffee associated with decreased heart failure risk. Phages can anticipate bacteria's location and destroy them before they cause an infection. The invisible killer lurking in our consumer products. Evidence for routine brain tumor imaging is murky, but research can shed light. New factor in the carbon cycle of the Southern Ocean identified. Radiation vulnerability. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Menu planner, best ever chili fits any occasion. Restaurant robbed at gunpoint in Portage Park. 9 shot, 3 fatally, Monday in Chicago. Woman carjacked in McKinley Park. Man carjacked in Canewood. Man, 57, missing from East Garfield Park. 1 killed, 1 wounded in Southside shooting, police. Man shot dead in Grand Crossing, police. Horoscope for Tuesday, February 9, 2021. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. Mayor Cruzan announces task force to review St. Louis jail uprising. MERS Goodwill donating $75,000 in vouchers to unhoused. He did it really messy, St. Louis cop accused of forging doctor's note. Boardwalk Waffles and Ice Cream's new Grand Center location is just the start. Lion's Choice serving love in the time of COVID. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Michigan GOP candidate for governor is a black man who wants to cancel Black History Month. Washtenaw County Sheriff forgives more than $500K in prisoner debt, ending absurd cycle. Prominent defense attorney killed in car crash with Detroit police. Adult friend finder, real cost revealed, complete review. Why you should get your lover, marijuana, flowers for Valentine's Day. eHarmony review, my experience finding dates. Schlabe introduces $5 billion bill to revitalize communities impacted by COVID-19, systemic racism. Jeep Super Bowl LV ad omitted Michigan's UP from reunited states map. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, February 9, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. In-city COVID-19 update, officials talk FEMA vaccine sites, scary new variants and violent crime. Houston Press readers don't cut Deshaun Watson much slack. Andre Johnson becomes eligible for Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2022. Keeping the star shining, Red Dwarf requests help to make it through. Mardi Gras in a pandemic, dine in, take out or stay home. The Forgotten Legend, 12 possible JJ Watt trade destinations. This week in Houston food events, pizza deals and Valentine's Day dining. How Athens, Georgia became a mecca of music and alt culture. HISD's COVID-19 policy still raising questions 11 months into the pandemic. The next headlines are about world records making news. High-stakes British cow posh spice sells for world record, Gigi Press. Ariana Grande adds another feather to her cap with 20th Guinness World Record, The News International. Dorchester School takes part in Internet Safety World Record attempt, Free Radio. Hub Valley girl sets Guinness World Record in skating, Times of India. Chip Hedgey will seek the world record of 10,000 in Valencia Sports Valencian Community Edition, Sunday Vision. Concierge Auctions announces world record-breaking pending sale of $160 million Beverly Hills via iNews. Tom Brady and Sarah Thomas broke 5 Guinness World Records during the Super Bowl, Insider. 5 biggest questions about the Leave-In World Indoor Tour February 8, 2021, Flow Track. Longest continuous operation of a nuclear power reactor, Canada's Darlington Nuclear Power Plant sets World Record Academy. Athlete 67-inch standing high jump breaks world record, UPI News. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. U.S. drops net neutrality lawsuit against California. Someone hacked into a Florida city's water supply and tried to poison it. Robin Hood sued by family of college-aged investor who took his own life. Is your Raspberry Pi phoning home to Microsoft? Soon you'll be able to track your blood glucose levels in the Fitbit app. Finally, something Amazon can be proud of, a unionization vote. Your heart won't want to go on watching this creepy robot impersonate Celine Dion. Gorgeous new image shows a pinwheel galaxy in exquisite detail. Elaborate network of joint federal state local intel centers conveniently useless before January 6. Meet Lelo, a luxury sex toy brand working to keep Valentine's Day alive. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nadi in Fiji at 113.9 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.5 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 57.64 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 49.8 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Apple hardware chief Dan Riccio stepped down to focus on AR/VR. Scary 22% vaccine efficacy in South Africa comes with heaps of caveats. Proposed SEC 230 rewrite could have wide-ranging consequences. U.S. drops suit against California net neutrality rule, but internet service providers are still fighting it. Computer intruder tried to poison Florida city's drinking water with lie. Parler's ownership offer to Trump and possible Russian ties probed by Congress. A couple clings to shared past amid a memory-wiping pandemic in Little Fish. Android barcode scanner with 10 million plus downloads infects users. Raspberry Pi OS added a Microsoft repo. No, it's not an evil secret. Terraria developer cancels Google Stadia port after YouTube account ban. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Republicans in Congress have doubled down on Trump's attempted coup. Here's why we cannot tolerate that. GOP embracing fringe legal theory with claim that Trump trial is unconstitutional. Schumer. Impeachment is a chance to shine the national spotlight on the moral rut within the GOP. Seth Meyers. Biden shocked by Trump's COVID failures. Watch Newsmax hosts cringe-inducing praise for QAnon Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Jailed Capitol insurrectionist was retired FBI section chief. Report. Arrested Trump supporter threatened Mitch McConnell's grandkids on Parler. Department of Justice. Trump supporters will commit more acts of violence if he isn't convicted. GOP congressman. South Dakota legalized marijuana, but Kristi Noem helped get it overturned by a judge. Neo-Nazi radical Jew slayer arrested by feds on gun charge in investigation of extremist group. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. A racist policy keeps restaurant workers in poverty. Will Biden end it? The vice president still hasn't shaken off Kamala Isakop. Jasmine Sullivan's Hoax Tales, an album about owning it. More than a dozen accused Capitol rioters say Trump incited them. A striking ballad by 23-year-old saxophonist Emmanuel Wilkins in tribute to James Weldon Johnson. Impeachment expert says Trump's lawyers misrepresent his view. Trump's impeachment trial matters, even if he dodges conviction. How Black Rifle Coffee Company made itself one of the right's biggest brands. A last-minute Trump move threatens to send released prisoners back to prison after the pandemic. Damage wrought by Trump's border wall will not ever be remediated or mitigated. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Why are people so dang obsessed with Mars? National Geographic. Julie McDonald commentary, new SeaTac 2 airport located at Ibit, why not? Centralia Chronicle. 6 ways satellites make the world a better place, The Conversation UK. This search for alien life starts with destroying bacteria on Earth, EOS. The Mail, The New Yorker. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Algernon Pharmaceuticals signs agreement with Charles River Laboratories for DMT preclinical studies, Globe Newswire. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Cutting-edge science seeking treatment for aging itself is one good thing to come out of deadly pandemic, Calgary Herald. COVID-19 the new disease of growing old, hastening the work of anti-aging scientists, National Post. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, February 9th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Flying saucers. Dr. G examined the saucers and found small bodies. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, February 9th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.